Welcome everyone to the Commission on Disabilities, January 11th, 2022 meeting. Happy New Year. We will start first with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If Pauline, if you could do a roll call of the members, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ralph DeChico,
Here.
present. Pauline Perno is present. Mario Gramanis.
Present.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Mario. Happy New Year. Jason Barone.
Present.
Happy New Year, Jason. Let's see. Enza Goodwin.
Is absent tonight.
Okay, Asma Abu Fuda.
Yes, here.
Hi, Happy New Year, Asma.
Thank you, Pauline. Happy New Year to you too. Thanks.
Thank you. And that's it.
That's it for tonight.
Okay.
Our new member, Robert Brown, will be joining us in February. They're still logistically getting all the paperwork and everything done on the city side. So it wasn't completed now because of the holiday and different things. So I spoke to him a little while ago. So hopefully everything will be done for the next meeting, and he'll be on it, and we'll introduce him for the February meeting. Item 1 on the agenda is I had sent out the meeting notes from last month's meeting. I believe everybody should have got a copy of it. Hopefully you all had a chance to take a look at it from the December 14th meeting. Is there any questions or comments on the notes from the December meeting? If not, if we can have if a motion could be made to
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
So Mario seconded and
Yep.
did it first.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Item number 2 is updates and next steps from the December meeting. One thing that we did have that we were going to have Jason look into from the December meeting was it's find out any reports from the MBTA regarding the return into the previous booking software for the ride. And if you found any more information about the Uber and Lyft youth services under the Flex, you were going to investigate it. So I know it's kind of short turnaround time, and probably with the holidays, I don't know if you were able to get a lot of answers or anything from them on that.
No, not yet. Still researching it. But hopefully I can get a hold of somebody. I haven't even, to tell you how bad things are over there. I had put in applications around December 5th or 4th for jobs. I haven't even heard back from them. That's how bad things are over there.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So we'll carry that over. We'll add that to the next steps carried over to the February meeting. I figured it was going to be tough for December because a lot of those places were trying to, their workers are trying to use up their time for the end of the year and whatnot. So it'll be tough to get some answers for there anyway.
Right.
So that's no problem there. So that's fine there. The next item is item number 3 on the agenda. It said CPAC January events. The reason why it only said January events is they were still trying to get a date and time, which I was furnished today. What they have, and I'm going to basically read what it is. Revere CPAC Special, which stands for the Special Education Parent Advisory Council, in collaboration with DESE, which stands for the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, is going to be hosting an orientation to learn about the upcoming Special Education and Civil Rights Review in the Revere Public Schools. That's going to be held on this Thursday, January 13th, 2022, at 6 o'clock via Zoom. What it is, we have all this information with the links posted on the Commission on Disabilities Facebook page. It is also, Asma gracefully posted it on a couple of her Facebook pages. And she could say where she's posted it. And also the city has it on their the City of Revere's main webpage. which is revere.org, that has that. And Asma, you could say what pages you have posted it, and it's in Arabic too.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, the flyer is translated to 4 languages, Spanish, Portuguese, and Arabic, and of course, English. And we posted on the Revere on the Move Facebook page, and also in the Revere Arabic community, and Revere in Espanol.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Asma. Yeah, like I said, I had just gotten it today, probably about 10, 15 minutes before I passed it right on to Asma to do that. And the city of Revere has it on their Revere website, and I put it on the Disabilities Facebook page. So,
And what exactly are they going to be discussing, Ralph?
yeah, what it is they're going an orientation to learn about upcoming special education and civil rights review in the Revere public school systems.
Okay.
The flyers, Pauline, to make it easier so you don't have to jot all that down. Just, you can go right to the commission's webpage.
Okay.
And the flyer is right there in all 4
Great,
languages.
thank you.
Yeah.
Is this open to everyone?
It's open to everyone. Yeah, everyone and anyone. Yeah, it's via Zoom. Yeah, no registration. There's no registrations needed.
Arriving on a rolling basis this week, and then.
Okay.
So that's why it just said January events, because they didn't have the date at time for this to be done. That I had to post the meeting agenda for by last Friday. Next is item 4 was CODA Commission on Disabilities Alliance monthly Zoom meeting, which was held Wednesday, January 5th. And I'm basically just going to read some notes that I have. Basically, what this month mostly talked about trainings that are should be available for Commission on Disability members. What there should be available is community access monitoring training. They're all happening virtually right now. They have 2 parts. There's a basic and advanced. And any commission members that are looking for any of that can contact the Mass Office on Disability to find out on that. Also, in the past, the Architectural Access Board has had training for variances in housings, and that's a big part of Commission on Disabilities. That I get a lot of information on when people are trying to get variances that I'm notified on. It's not specifically anything that any other commission members need to deal with, but I'm more than willing to pass that on to anyone if they would want to take that on. I'm more than willing to pass that on. Excuse me, to do that. Finally, there's going to be a hearing for the Architectural Access Bill. So there's some changes that are going to be in the Architectural Access Bill, and that's why they're having a hearing on it. They don't know the full gamut of what the changes are going to be. That is a hearing within the state legislature, and that's on January 26th at 11 a.m. So that's basically what was discussed at the CODA meeting on last week. So just
what was the first one about training? What is that we can get trained?
It's community access monitoring training. Virtually now, CAM.
Okay. So to check that out.
Yeah, advanced. That can all be. If you go to the Mass Office on Disability, you'll be able to find that all on there. So it's for any commission member that's interested in it. So if anybody has any questions on that, if not, I'm going to move to item number 5. I have 2 late items that were not able to be put on the agenda because one was a notification that I get from the Justice Department updates that does not come to me until Sundays, and there was a couple of updates on here. One was common questions about COVID and the ADA, the Americans with Disability Act. And I'll basically read, the Justice Department has updated its common questions about COVID and the ADA to address 2 COVID era issues affecting people with disabilities. First, ensuring that medical facility visitors policies take into the account the rights of people with disabilities to reserve equal access to care. And second, ensuring that outdoor retail or dining spaces, sometimes called streeteries, are accessible to people with disabilities and do not prevent individuals from using sidewalks and accessible parking. So those are two updates that the Justice Department did. We really don't have an issue here in Revere with these streeteries on the sidewalks because our Inspectional Service Department has made sure any of these outdoor eateries make sure that they leave well within the accessibility for people of all abilities to be able to access the sidewalks. I guess in some communities, in some states, they don't, and that's been a big issue. I believe there are some cities and towns that I don't want to name out loud, but on my discussions with other Commission on Disabilities in surrounding towns, there are some issues with cities and towns that they are taking up. They were taking up the entire sidewalks. There was nowhere for not only able-bodied pedestrians to walk, but people with disabilities. So that was some clarifications from the Justice Department. So I wanted to just bring that to everyone. So I don't know if anyone has any questions or any comments on that, or if anyone has seen any issues with that. I know Rivera has done a great job. A lot of the outdoor cafes are on sides or in parking lots, or there's more than adequate space. I was not made aware of any issues with any of that. I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts or comments on that.
Just a late comment. I'm wondering, and it's just a comment to throw out there. I'm wondering what happens, when they close down Newbury Street in Boston for the walk only. I'm wondering how that affects. I mean, I've never done it, so I'm just asking it off the top of my head. I'm wondering how that would affect anybody who's trying to traverse and have accessibility. So I'm just curious. I don't know if any one of you have ever done that. The walk only.
I'm curious too, is if they have any, because if it's all one big area, if somebody with mobility issues, is there a separate area for them to traverse? Yeah, that's
right.
yeah.
It's just a question that I don't even know why I thought of that, but that's what comes to mind, because I know that down the end of the beach, when they put that new condo in that has the nice outdoor dining, but it's not on the sidewalk. And I just myself how very conscious and aware they were in the planning phase of all of that, because it gives you the sense of being outdoors and on the sidewalk when you're not actually out there. And it was just very tastefully done, but I just happen to remember that occasionally that Newbury Street in Boston does shut that down. I'm sure that they're on top of it. However, you never know. So it's just something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody have any comments, or have anybody attended anything down there when they've done those? Yeah. I know Asma goes shopping all the time.
Yeah. Having a big family, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good question. That's something to really wonder about, how they handle that.
Yeah. Just curious more than anything. Maybe I'll have to go.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yep.
I've been contacted by the Commission on Disabilities in Boston, and I was supposed to have a call with them before the holidays, because I was on with the MDC districting, the MDC beaches and whatnot. We're going to have a call. When I talk to her, I can ask her about that. Maybe I can get an answer.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. I have two more late motions. One is I had a meeting at actually had two meetings, one at 3:30 to 4:30 and one at 4. So that's why I was in between two meetings. The one I had from 3:30 to 4:30 was a working group with neighboring Commission on Disabilities. And what they were discussing was, as we know, there's some special elections that are coming up. And we have one actually coming up same time as a few of the other communities we're talking about. I believe it's January. I don't know if it's 25th or 26th. It's for the vocational vote. And what some of the communities were saying is not only that, a couple of the other communities are having other special elections, but the difficulty with the special election is there is no early voting for them and there is no mail-in. So there's inadequacies for people with disabilities that cannot get to these votes, and it's basically, not allowing them their right to vote. So they're asking other commissions what their thoughts are and possibly thinking of maybe creating a letter to send to the state legislature, governor's office, and to the state elections commission, stating this issue, and if a letter is done, if certain commissions would want to sign on to it. And my question to us, since we are having a meeting tonight, and this is something that's going to be done before our next meeting, if you would, if somebody would take up a motion to vote on and giving me the authority to sign on to that letter from the Revere Commission on Disabilities, if you'd be in favor of doing that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
So if somebody wants to make a motion,
Motion to sign on.
okay, somebody.
A motion.
Okay, so then we'll do a roll call. Roll call of the members. Pauline, the roll call.
Okay. Okay, Ralph DeChico,
Yes.
Pauline Perno, yes. Asma
Yes.
and Mario.
I motion that yes. Yes.
Okay, and Jason Barone.
He stepped away.
Tell him to step
All right.
back.
Okay, will do.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because we just have to have a quorum.
Yep.
All right. So Jason told you yes, right, Mario?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, one other thing that you're going to see me looking away because I received a letter 10 minutes before we got on here, because I also had a meeting last week from, let me open it up for me. Let me just grab it from, grab it. I received a letter from the Revere Beach Partnership, and they are actually going to be sending a letter to the executive director for Save the Harbor and Save the Bay, along with Metropolitan Beaches Commission for improved access for people with disabilities on Revere Beach. And some of the things that I discussed with them that they're putting in the letter that we would like to see done down Revere Beach is installation of lighted crosswalks and traffic signals along Revere Beach Boulevard. The improvement of the current accessible parking spots along Revere Beach Boulevard, because many of the existing spaces are located too close to existing crosswalks, making it dangerous for pedestrians to cross as they are not visible to traffic. Many of the existing spaces are not located in adequate locations to share accessible curb cuts. Many of the accessible parking spaces are located too close to other cars, not allowing for accessible vans and ramps to operate smoothly. The creation of additional accessible parking spaces that span the distance for the Revere Beach Boulevard from Elliott Circle. So that we want to create some more additional parking space. Improved infrastructure at the openings along the seawall. Many of these openings are not level, making it difficult for people with mobility issues to access the beach. Also improved access for people with mobility to access the beach. The current beach wheelchairs at the beach are really not available for people access. Maybe many people do not know they exist. We would like to develop a plan for people to have access to these items. TCI has repeatedly told us that the reason they do not have beach ramps on mats on the beach is because the daily raking and combing of the beach that occurs. We believe this deplorable nature of the ramps should create the opportunity for both the daily raking and the use of the ramps. We would like to develop a plan to allow for beach access for those with mobility issues. And it's going to be on behalf of the Revere Beach Partnership and the City of Revere. We're bringing these proposals and changes to the Metropolitan Beach Commission, as well as the Department of Conservation and Recreation.
Excellent.
So I can send you a copy of that letter after too, Colleen. I just wanted to make sure everything is read. So we're trying to, some of the things that we've been talking about, I have a pen to paper with the Revere Beach Partnership, and I have meetings with them. I have meetings with Save the Beach, Save the Harbor. So looks like we're opening the ears of some people, and they're willing to help, and hopefully things like this will come to fruition for us.
Hope so.
Yeah. So we'll keep everybody updated on it, and I will send you a copy of the final letter when everything is signed.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on that, or comments, or does it sound like we're moving in the right direction?
We absolutely are.
Yeah.
Right.
Get on it before, we're in January, but we're going to turn around and it's going to be March, then April, and then everything is going to start opening up, hopefully.
Right.
And at least the beach is a public space where you can do some socially distanced activities, but you want to be on the front end of it instead of putting Band-Aids and fires out after the fact. So hopefully we're going in the right direction.
Okay. Does anyone else have any late, any other members have any late items that they wanted to discuss, since I hogged a lot of time?
Yes, I have something I want to say. So actually the city are doing a great job, have been done since the pandemic, translated we have a video in Revere TV every week, translated in 3 languages. And I was thinking if we can add the sign language as well for the deaf people.
Okay.
So if we can
The more thoughts as we get what
You froze a second.
Reach out.
You froze for a second there.
I'm so sorry, my internet. So I said if we can reach out to the city or Revere TV we can add the sign language as well.
Yeah, I know a few years back, they used to have a American Sign Language course at the high school. Did they ever reinstitute having that there?
No.
Yeah. So if we had, now when you say you want to do a sign language, is there someone that that would be able to do the sign language? Or?
Yes, I have some college student, they have, he takes, the ESL class, like the sign language at the college. Yeah, and he can volunteer and doing this, Yeah,
the other thing that I'd like to possibly do, maybe, do you think maybe we can add, if the person's willing to do it during our meetings?
But it's not.
I can reach out.
Does that sound like an idea? Maybe during our meetings?
Yeah,
I doing sign language.
Yeah, I have been saying to the city we can have this with our live interpretation. We can add the sign language to our city council meeting or all the commission meeting.
What we could do is we could do it as a pilot with the Commission on Disability meeting. What we'll just have to do for the sign language interpreters, we'll just have to go a little bit slower for them. During the meeting, but you want to spearhead trying to set that up?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
That would be great.
Yeah, this way, because we are the Commission on Disabilities, this way we can open up these meetings to different types of people with disabilities that hearing impaired, and we can have sign language during these meetings. We can do it as a pilot.
Yeah, that's great.
Sounds good.
I told you, Asma, that's why.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, perfect. All right, anyone else have anything? So Asma, you can work on that and see if we can find anything out by the next meeting. Find out what they think and just let them know. We only meet once a month, and what it would do is I would have the agenda. They would have the agenda ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I believe like we can look into this Zoom, and I'm sure Andrew who's on here will know how I could possibly do it with the Zoom, because I could probably add something to the bottom if I can do some type of an interpretation with it for sign language, because I could probably add them right to it. We can work on that.
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect. It's a great idea. Okay. Anyone else have anything? Pauline, was there something you wanted to?
Yeah, I just want to briefly mention, I've been following an organization, a couple of reasons. It's called the Flutie Foundation, and it was spearheaded by Flutie family.
Damn.
And his wife Laurie. They have a son, Dougie Jr., who is on the spectrum. They also have a daughter who just had a baby. They're from Natick originally, and that's how I know. Well, I know them. I don't know them personally, but I do remember them from school. But I've been following them because they've been doing a lot of outreach with different communities. And although they're down in Florida right now, they're still very connected to the Massachusetts, especially the Boston area. So if anyone is interested in you can follow them on Facebook, and they come out with a lot of good information and ideas for families, people that are having troubles. They're real amenable to having their folks outreach. So it's called the Flutie Foundation. And again, it was spearheaded from Doug Flutie, who was a Boston College graduate. He played football for them. And his wife, Laurie, they're both Natick High School graduates. But a lot of good information has come out of it. Like I said, I follow them on Facebook more for the information. But I know for families who have children, they've watched their son. I believe Dougie just turned 30. If I'm not mistaken. So they've watched, and they've really become solid advocates and understand the system and understand how things work. So I think that they're a really great resource. So for anyone who's just looking for more information, or just to even just check out their webpage, that's what it is, the Flutie Foundation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have anything? Okay, I don't see any residents in the attendees, so I know that we won't have any questions or open forum there. So we can move on to item 7, which is the reminder. And Madam Co-Chair, if you wouldn't mind reading that.
I would be happy to. So our reminder is the Commission on Disabilities, due to COVID-19 and the safety of all residents, is trying to limit in-person appointments due to the unavailability and use at our present office location. Residents can speak to staff from our 311 Constituent Service Center Monday through Friday when you call our office at 781-286-8267. They will be able to answer most of your questions, but if they are unable or you wish to speak to somebody and receive a call back, please ask to be transferred to the Disability Office's voicemail, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, please do let us know if you would like something discussed or brought up and added to our monthly meeting agenda. You can let us know if you would like to speak on any issue or concern. The Commission is here to help and assist all the disabled residents and families of Revere.
Okay, perfect. So with that being said, if I could ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion to adjourn.
So Mario,
Okay, so we got a second, third, fourth, and a fifth.
Yes.
Our next meeting via Zoom is going to be Tuesday, February 8th at 6 p.m. Everyone continue to stay safe and healthy, and please try and stay warm. It's a cold one out there.
It is.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Have a good
Thank you. Have a great night now.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
let's go to Mario.